everybody. I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're going to check out Red Rising.
I think it's Blue Rising.
No, red's the best.
Blue.
Red. But look how beautiful this cover is.
It is beautiful.
It's shockingly my type of cover.
It is shocked face.
Not shocked.
Not shocked.
It's beautiful. And you know what? I don't know anything about the IP.
I don't either.
I haven't read the book. I don't know anything about it. So I can't really compare the game to the theme.
Haven't seen the movie. Haven't seen the opera. No.
I did read somewhere that it was Jamie's number one IP that he ever wanted to work with. So Jamie must really like the theme.
Haven't seen the musical.
I don't think it's a musical.
No? No opera? Mm-mm. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about. So.
Not yet. That's right. Not yet. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not in rainbow order, but I think you can live with it.
It's pretty close though. That's pretty good over here.
Not.
And then you get all the other colors. Purple just needed to be in there.
Yeah.
One strip. Then it would be perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, you love all the colors in this game. There's 10 different colors.
There's tons of colors in this game. So.
Yeah. Copper and they have brown. What is it? Brown and copper, and you totally covered up all of. There we go, and pink and not black, but obsidian.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's all sorts of colors and factions that your score at the end of the game, depending on the colors that you have in your hand and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool card game with pretty simple rules. So we're gonna take you through that.
So we are going to be one of these 6 factions. I had to put them in order, or Steph would have gotten me.
That's
right. Steph is obviously going to be red. I'm going to be blue. We played 2 totally different colors when we played our first go round, specifically so we could be red and blue on the stream. So I am Jupiter, and she is Mars.
Mars.
Or as they say in the Northeast, Mars, which is wicked hard because it's Mars. I'm going to take the cow to Mars.
Believe me, that's what happens. You make fun, but it's true.
So let's go to the overhead. Look at these beautiful cards. So look, the cards are fairly good, and I do like the colors on them. So we've got 4 locations. Look, Jupiter and Mars, they get their own locations here. And you got Luna and the Institute.
That's right.
There is a huge stack of cards. And each of us will start off with 5. There will also be 2 on each of the locations. The order that they are in is important because you're going to be placing cards on top of other cards and or taking cards that are available.
From the top.
Right. And while this blue card is on top of this brown card, you can't take the brown card unless you have an ability that lets you do so.
That's right.
Oh, look, the Mars bar. It's like Snickers with almonds.
True story.
Hopefully I'm doing the accent somewhat justice with you New Englanders in the audience. So, on each character card, let's take this Sephi dude. He is an obsidian assassin. He does not want gold cards in hand, and he wants a particular black card in hand. I don't know if you can see that there is a little silhouette on there. At the bottom, it actually says 20 if with Ragnar, which is a specific guy. This is Sephi. And -5 victory points for each gold. So if there are any of those abilities, they will be shown prominently on these cards. Like this is 14 victory points if with a silver. So clearly there's a silver here on the side. She's also going to be worth 16 victory points by herself at the end of the game. And
that's pretty good. So she could be up to 30 points if done
the
correctly.
16 and the 14 bonus.
With the silver.
So, you want to basically try to make your hand the maximum number of victory points that you can.
Oops.
You can hold at most 7 cards without penalty. You can hold more, but it's going to cost you, I believe it's 10 points a card.
Which might be worth it.
It might be worth it.
Because some of them, as you can see, could be up to 30
I mean, if
points.
you can end up with someone like Garden-trained Rose, then and you have a silver in your hand, cha-ching.
But even if
good
not,
bonuses.
it's still 10, 16 minus 10, which is still plus 6.
Right.
If you can manage to get extra cards. It's not easy to do.
It is not easy, because usually you will be getting rid of a card and then taking a card, and getting rid of a card
typical.
and then taking a card.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean that you are doomed to only have 5 cards, because there are powers on these cards that will let you sometimes claim extra cards. So, let's go over some of these things here. Whenever you play a card into one of these stacks, it's going to activate what's called the deploy ability. For example, this Invictus says, if deployed on Mars, advance 1 on the fleet track. That happens only when you take the deploy action and deploy Invictus on Mars. When you put him on Jupiter, that deploy action is not going to happen. Or when you move him to Mars and not deploy him, then that ability is not going to take effect. So, anything with the little wreath around it is obviously in-game bonuses and points. There are also some cards that have a block ability. I do not see one on here specifically.
Like the end of game?
No, that is an end of game ability, and I don't have that even in the rule book where I am. But where's that end of game ability? It says, oh yeah, all of the orange cards have this power on them. You may treat this card as having the same name as any specific character, and that's all of the oranges, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Is that from your hand?
Yeah. I don't care if you want to.
You don't care. So, this has got a block ability on it. That's another one of the little icons that can happen. If an opponent tries to take the sovereign token from you, you may block them by revealing and banishing this card. Then, you get to gain the top card of the deck. Well, note, you're going to lose 15 points for that. And you might or might not get what you want out of it. Also, there's that end of game ability. If you have the sovereign token, gain 1 card of your choice from Mars.
Wow. So anything from out here.
Anything from on Mars.
That could be good.
Correct. So for gameplay, you are either going to lead or scout. And we totally played this wrong. I totally played this wrong.
I played it correctly. Because I read my player aid. Michael does not.
I read the rules. I don't read the player aid.
I don't have the rules. You have the rules.
Yes. So for lead, you're going to select a card from your hand and deploy it face up on any location, and then activating that deploy ability. And you are going to cover everything but the name, color, and core value of that topmost card at that location. Now, you can't trigger the deploy ability and then place it somewhere. So I could not trigger deploy and then take this real quick and then put that over the top. Can't do that. You place it and then you trigger the deploy ability. To complete a lead action, you then gain the top card of a location that you did not deploy to this turn. If by some reason, and this actually happened to us on our game, we deployed to 2 locations, then to finish the lead action, you have to gain from one that you did not deploy to that turn. And then you're going to gain that location's bonus. I'll talk about that in a second. Like when you deploy on Jupiter, you're going to get Jupiter's location bonus. When you deploy on Mars, you're going to get Mars's location bonus. So, if you do not gain the top card of a location, you can gain the top card of the deck, and then you get to roll the rising die. This is the rising die. Excuse me. When you roll this on the rising die, you must banish the top card of a location of your choice. That's not great, because that means you don't get anything.
I mean, it's good if I know I don't want it and I know you might want it.
Correct. The eyeball, reveal the top card of the deck and place, not deploy it on any location. which that actually even hurts you even more because then your opponents are going to have access to that. Maybe it's the card that completes their set. You've got Jupiter, Mars. Where is that? Jupiter, Mars, Luna, and the Institute. And those powers will be identical to these location actions. So, what are those location actions? On Jupiter, you're going to advance 1 on the fleet track. I've actually replaced my blue ship, which looks exactly the same shade as the fleet.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you cannot even see that that's there. Not easily, anyway. So I have replaced mine with yellow here just so you can see me advance. We're on the 0 space at the end of the game. It's worth 0 points. If we are at 1, it's worth 1. 2 is worth 3. 3 is worth 6. You can figure out the math for yourself as you go. The end of the game will trigger when somebody gets to 7 on the fleet track, perhaps. Several of these end game triggers have to hit at once. The Mars ability is to gain a helium token. There's no limit to the helium tokens, so if for some reason these run out, use pennies or multiplier tokens or whatever. With Luna, you are going to gain or keep the sovereign token, and that might trigger the bonus on your house tile, which for me it's Jupiter, and for Steph it's Mars. When I gain the sovereign token, I'm going to advance on the fleet track because why? Jupiter.
That's so good.
You are going to gain a helium, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So if you gain or you already have the sovereign token, that's going to trigger.
Right.
The Institute. You get to place 1 of your influence tokens. You see we have 10. Where are yours? Yours are like way off there. Why don't you put them down here so they can see how many you have left? That's important.
They can look up here.
Well,
That's where they go.
Yeah, that's where they go. So, you get to place 1 of your influence tokens on that location. The deck is not a location. If you choose to draw a card from the deck, that's when you will roll the rising die.
Mm-hmm.
So that is lead. Scout is revealing the top card of the deck and then place it, not deploy it, on any location. And you're going to gain that location's bonus. So if you are short of fulfilling an end game condition, you could sort of rush the ending. The only time you will scout probably is when you are satisfied with your hand, because scout will not change anything in your hand. So unless you are literally done with this, there's probably no need to scout, unless maybe you're delaying for some reason.
Yeah, true.
So the end game triggers. I should mention, in a 2-player game, we're going to put 3 tokens of a neutral color on the Institute, because the Institute is going to score based on whether you have majority, second, third place at that location. So that neutral player acts as if it were one of the places on the Institute, one of the rankings at the Institute. Of the fleet track and helium tokens and influence, we are looking for 7 for those. We go until 3 conditions are met by any combination of players, or 2 conditions are held by any 1 player. Of course, that means on a 2-player game, one of us will have 2, and the other player will have 0 or 1.
Right.
So yeah, and that's what happened. I ended up with 1. You got 1, and I think I ended it.
Yeah.
And I could have ended it much sooner had I played it correctly, and I didn't. So I was rolling the die instead of taking the one I wanted.
Yeah.
And that was not.
Obviously, you could choose.
I could have chosen. It could have ended the game.
Yeah.
A couple of turns early. So we have a big asterisk on that game. I'm going to put... That should be more than 300 channel points. But, yeah. So, here's how we score. I already talked about the fleet track. Helium, that's real simple. 3 points per helium token. Couldn't get simpler than that. Sovereign token, gain 10 points if you have the sovereign token. Influence. The player with the most influence is going to get 4 points for each of their tokens. Second most gets 2. Everyone else gets 1 per cube.
Right now, these guys are winning.
Yes. So, everybody, we would get, well, I guess, as soon as you put one on there, you have the second most.
Yeah.
Ties are friendly. So, if I have 3, second place, the dummy player has 3, or as you call him, Dumas, and you have 1, he and I would both get first, you would get second, not third. So that's how that works. For each card in your hand beyond the 7th card, as I mentioned before, lose 10 points. And that should do it.
Yeah, it's
highest score wins the game. A great final score is 300 points, according to them. I got 296. Steph got 303. So it was that close. If there's a tie, guess who wins?
Me.
No.
Oh.
That is incorrect.
Steph wins. It's in the rules.
Steph wins. That's actually what it says.
It's what it says.
No, whoever holds the sovereign token wins.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
the tiebreaker. So, I have not looked at these at all.
It's all about how you can combo the
It's all about the
actions,
combos.
On the cards, and, is it more valuable to play it for its action, or is it more valuable to hold it for its point value at the end, depending on how you want to go about it.
That's not good, but no, I don't know. I don't want it.
Blah. I mean, he's not bad. Am I first or you first?
You've got the little moon
symbol.
I
got the moon.
So if Apollo is here, Apollo is yellow, then Apollo will get the little yellow first player token. For Apollo, I'm going to put it right here next to small friend. Otherwise, you determine it randomly.
These are not great.
Yeah, these are not great.
I want to save that for a better time. Yeah.
Blah, really?
None of these work well together.
No, these don't either.
So, might as well just do this. So, I'm going to deploy this on Jupiter.
All right, what does this say?
If deployed on Jupiter, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them underneath this card.
Oh, it looked brown for a second because it's green. Place them under this card in any order. Wow.
And then I can activate another one of these actions by taking something.
That's a freaking mess.
You know what? I think I'll take the orange guy because he's usually pretty good because they can be any color or any specific character. So that's really good to have, later on.
No.
And so that means I place one on the Institute. Because I took from here and I activate from here.
Yes. Boo.
Yeah.
No. That was bad. You should feel bad.
I don't know why. What did I do?
You should feel bad for what you just did.
See, the wolf and the moon. It's like meant to be. He's so cute.
Oh. So what do we have here? You may lose an influence from the Institute. If you do, gain 2 helium.
That's not great, but it's not bad.
5 for each helium, max 25.
That's pretty good, but you're probably going to be going after Jupiter.
After Jupiter?
Because that's your color.
Well, yeah, but,
What do I know?
What can I do?
What can I do?
Choose up to 3 banished cards and place each of them. Oh, but he's worth 35? -1 per banished card.
Right. So right now there's no banished cards. Last game we had a whole bunch of banished cards, so it's hard to know what's going to go on.
Yeah, but Scott, I should have known what I was doing, so...
I agree.
That's my fault. So, and then Sephi, I can gain another obsidian from a location. What to do? What to do?
What to do?
I'm going to cover
Ooh.
them up. I'm going to take this data port specialist and go whoosh up the fleet track.
Wow.
I did not activate this, obviously. You may pay a
Yeah.
helium, so
Yeah, you can't do it.
did not have it.
Okay. Okay, so I have nanny.
Nanite? Nanner?
Nanny. I'm gonna put it here. If deployed directly on top of a silver, which I did.
Or white or copper.
Yep.
Move that card to the top of another location and gain a helium.
So you can just go like somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Like there.
Like there.
Sure. And I gain a helium for that.
Okay.
And then I get to take something. I'll take this one that you just put down.
What is that one?
2 points per influence tokens on the Institute. But I also get to do Luna, which gets me this thing. And one of these. Because that's my power. When I get
So which one did you take? You took...
The silver card you had put here.
And you put it on Luna. So you get this, which gives you one of those.
Yeah.
So you have 2 heliums.
Yes.
I'll put them over here so people can see.
All right.
I am going to do this. It's not plan A.
It's plan B.
It's something. I am going to deploy Mod Job. If deployed on top of a red or a brown, deploy that card to the top of another location.
Oh boy.
I'm going to deploy Nanny to the stockbroker. And I'm going to move this to another location and gain a helium.
But
what?
I don't think you get to activate that card.
Oh, I'm deploying it. Read this.
Okay.
No, read it.
Okay.
If deployed directly on top of a red or brown, do not move that card. Deploy that card.
Okay.
Now I'm deploying this card. If deployed on top of a silver, this one's different. Move that card to the top of another location and gain a helium.
Okay.
So I'm going to move it. I did not deploy there.
Okay.
So I've gained a helium. Then I'm going to take the stockbroker and I'm going to get a helium.
Yeah.
The reason I could take this is because I didn't deploy here. I moved here. I cannot take Nanny. I cannot take Mod Job.
Mm-hmm. Boo. Okay, I will go here.
Here. You may pay 1 helium to place 2 influence on the Institute. Toot.
Sure.
That looks good.
And then what? I think I'm just going to take from the top of the deck. Take my chances with the rolling. Pass me that die. Good luck to me.
Oh, you took a top.
So what is
and you
that
get to
one?
banish the top card of a location.
Wow. I guess I'll banish this one.
Goodbye, Seffi. That's rough.
Yeah, that was not great. Oh my god.
What that?
This card is crazy. Hey, time roller.
Hey, time roller. Wow, I'm not sure what to do with this mess.
It's a mess.
It's not great.
Time roller has this on order. I think you'll really like it, time roller.
Yeah, I think so too.
Each card is totally different. While feeling like each faction is similar but different.
Mm-hmm.
And the deck of cards is absolutely huge.
Yeah, it's very large.
So there's cards that we didn't see from the first game.
Yeah.
Nidavellir.
Yeah?
You're gonna love it. Time roller is so good. Oh, he beat us the other day. He knows how to play.
I will play the CEO and Margie may regress once on the fleet track. If you do, gain 2 helium.
Why? You don't want to do that.
I did it.
You don't want to.
I will take that from the Institute. And I'm going to put my first one out.
No.
Did it.
Bad Michael.
Bad Michael.
No. I don't want to play any of my cards.
There's the scout option.
Yeah, but then, I can do that.
Well, then, yeah. Yeah.
On the fleet track. Yeah, I will just scout. So where I put this, I get it.
Yes.
So let's
where
see.
you put it, you get it.
Yeah, I'll put it here. I'll get one of these.
Banish all blues from this location. If this banishes 2 or more blues, regain Ash Lord. Wow.
Now, when you scout, that wouldn't trigger anyway.
No, when you scout, you place.
Right.
Place, not deploy. So there are 2 terms that you must know. Place and deploy.
Yep. Yep. Because I started, that means you end, right? So if you ended it, like we have equal number of turns. We finished the round.
Yes. Until each player's taken the same number of turns. However, if Apollo is active, Apollo gets the first and last turns.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's pretty amazing. So I am going to play Mod Job on top of Nanny, which redeploys Nanny, which I will move this to the top of another location.
Okay.
Because it is a silver. I must have done it on a silver.
Yep.
This has to go on a red or brown. This has to go on a silver. And I'm going to gain a helium.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm trying to combo. I will put that on the Institute and I will gain Ash Lord. And gain a helium.
Oh boy. Wow.
That's 6 helium.
Yeah. But you have to get 7 of something.
I have to get 7 of something before it triggers. But that's not,
Alright, well I can do that then. You're not going to like that, but sure.
Doesn't matter.
Steal
Why would I not like that?
Steal 1 helium from the opponent with the most helium.
Okay.
And then... Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's 40 points if you have the most helium.
Well, yeah. So, you know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but we'll see if you can have more than me.
It's not likely.
We'll find out.
It is not likely.
Well, so it's like really good, but now, like last game, neither of us were really going for helium.
Yeah, the problem with me this game is that you can get it from 2 locations. I can get it from 1.
Right. This card is just terrible. Some of the, well, actually, it's not that bad.
I'm going to play the packs on Jupiter. I'm going to take Quicksilver. That gives me this token.
I have a martyr.
Tries to take this sovereign token from you. You may block them. Then gain the top card of the deck.
Thanks.
So I did not gain the sovereign token.
I assume that stops the fleet movement.
Yes, but it's whenever you gain the sovereign token. I did not gain it.
Okay, so now it's me. Oh, that's out. I could now play this.
What's that?
I don't know.
If deployed on top of a pink, move that card to the top of another location and gain a helium. No, move that card on top of another location and gain a helium. Not gain a helium and put it on top. Got to do these things in order. All right, you've put it on top of another location and you have gained your helium. And then what?
And then I have to take something. Yeah, she's not bad, so I'll take her. And then I get a helium for it.
Let me see her again. I guess you can do that.
I mean, you did it earlier in the game, so.
Yes, I was looking. It matters what they say. Though I knew what mine said. I didn't know what yours said. That's why I asked to look at it. I am going to play Ash Lord on top of this location. Banish all blues from this location.
Oh.
If I banish 2 or more blues, I get him back.
Wow. That's pretty good.
And that's still not finishing the action either.
Right.
Wow. What do I want?
Don't know.
I will take Nanny and the Sovereign and a fleet.
So now it's me.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll play her. Just move the card directly under this one to the top of another location. If it's silver, gain 1 helium. So I will move this here. And it's silver, so I gain a helium. That's 7. And then I can take...
What? Oh, yeah.
And then I can take... I'll take this, which gains me that and this, unless you're gonna stop it.
No.
Okay.
Well, that sucks.
Must be impossible to get like 9 fleet, 10 fleet.
I did it, but I was the Institute. I don't think I have a winning strategy here.
My cards aren't comboing as well as the first game, but...
If deployed on Jupiter, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck. Place them onto this card in any order. A violet and an obsidian. Sure, why not? Gotta move my stuff over. Hanging off the edge here.
Oh, man.
None of this is great. It's all really bad.
You could take from the top of the deck, which I might end up doing that.
I think I will take the garden trained rose, and you can just, like, clean that up. Boo.
All right. I'm going to go there.
Morning Star.
Move
If
up.
deployed on Jupiter, advance once on the fleet track.
And
I'm getting killed in every category.
I need to just take this and hope for the best.
It is a helium again.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Move the card under this one to the top of another location. If it's a silver, gain a helium. It is not a silver. I guess I will. Could take the gardener. No, I'm just going to take a random. And roll. It is. What does that do?
Reveal the top card of the deck in place, not deploy it on any location.
If deployed on the Institute, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this card in any order. I'm just going to put it here on Luna. What'd I get? Oh.
I just don't like these cards. Could go Jupiter. It's not happy though. I'm just gonna do that. Choose up to 3 banished cards and place them, each of them. I don't think I want to.
On the top or bottom of the deck. Well,
So-
up to.
Yeah, so I'm not doing it. I'm going to take this and roll a die. It's that. Let's gain this, so I get 1 of those.
Yes.
Wow.
I will place Star-Lord. Banishing 2. Getting Ash-Lord back. And then taking something.
Oh.
Guess I'll take the group counselor and a helium.
You know what?
What?
I'm just gonna scout
Okay. That sucks.
and do that, and then throw that up there.
Move. If the core value of each of your cards is an... Oh, the core value. That's sort of hard to do.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you are going to try to rush the ending.
I do have a lot of helium.
Yep. And I can't stop that, so... So I will put EO right there. I will take Garden Trained Rose. I will go up one on the fleet track. Wrong one. You must reveal a red. If you can't, you lose a helium. Bloop!
Yeah, I don't have a red.
What does the fox say when you take all its helium? No, 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 no. No, when it has its helium, it goes. La, 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 la. When it doesn't have its helium, it's no, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
this
no,
is
no,
a
no.
bummer.
Mama.
Alright, let's just do this.
Just do this. That's a scout. That's also a scout. Gain 1 blue from this location. Banish Romulus unless you deployed it on top of a gold. Wow. I see.
So I have 5 now.
I see.
Yeah, I'm not in love with my hand.
I'm not in love with your hand either.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful that a card comes out that I want, whether he plays it or if I reveal one, and I could like do a little bit better.
This is all bad.
It's all bad. Oh, I could do that instead. Well, it's not all bad. I haven't seen any cards that allowed me to get more cards. You have more than 5 cards in your hand, though.
I have 7.
Yeah, I don't even know how you did that, but sure.
Ash Lord.
Ash Lord. So that could give him a huge leg up.
Maybe.
I didn't realize the Quacks rubies were made of helium. I'm pretty sure these rubies were around before Quacks.
I don't know whether I should rush in a different ending or what. Looking to see what the worst card I have is.
Yeah. I mean, so you're going to get a ton of points from your cards. I'm going to get a little bit more points from the stuff.
A lot more points from your stuff.
Well, I don't know how many points you're getting with your cards. We have a raid!
Hey, Raiders!
Welcome, Raiders! Thanks for the raid, everybody.
Oh, that's a copper.
Raid! Room 51 live. Welcome.
Hey, Room 51, what you playing?
We are in the middle of Red Rise.
I am going to...
You are playing this!
Wow!
Excellent.
Amazing.
All right, how many points did you end with?
I'm going to play Nanny on top of a copper. I'm going to move it to the top of another location and gain a helium.
Nice, okay.
Top of another location.
266. Excellent.
Which location am I going to put this on top of?
How many people were playing?
I'm going to take it, so I'm going to just move up on something.
Okay.
So, yeah, the question is, what do I want? I think I will take this.
Okay.
Playing it on Jupiter, taking it from Jupiter.
So they were playing 2 players as well. Our first game, we kind of let it go longer, so I got like 303.
This was our first game. 296 and 303.
But this game is going a little bit faster, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to score.
We will see.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
You have 5. Once you hit 7, you trigger for both of us.
I know.
Unless I hit 7 here by some weirdness. That may be your best plan, though.
Or without a blue.
And there are no blues out.
Oh, this is so bad.
If with a bunch of things, or with Rogue or Octavia, or if you don't have a blue in your hand.
I'm just going to scout. I just can't do anything. Reporter.
You don't want that one, I guess. If you have the most helium or tied for the most. Wow.
29 points? Wow. I mean, I definitely have a lot of helium.
Yeah.
You're not that far off, though.
Yeah, but I can't let you get that.
You could try.
No.
That's me.
Well, I can't let you take 35 points, but, I mean, none of the other ones are any good for me.
Oh, man.
I guess I'm going to have to...
Judge.
Just play a judge. No, because that's worth quite a bit.
You do have a lot of cards.
I do have a lot of cards.
So, I'm like, that's not worth that many, but I'm like, oh, I guess if you collect cards, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dang.
Dang. Here comes the judge.
This is probably my worst card. Don't want to put any of these back on top of the deck. And then I would take one. I could take one of these.
Right. That's right. If you put it on top, then you could take it.
Wow. It's so bad. All these are just so bad.
I mean, the crazy thing is we've seen I don't know, a quarter of the deck. I feel like we've not seen like a lot of cards at all. Like, I could really use a blue card, but Michael keeps killing them all. So that's rude.
I think I will take this one and roll.
Roll a die?
Rolling the die.
Okay.
And it's another helium.
The question is, should I end it? He still would get one more turn, but he'll always get one more turn.
No matter what.
No matter what. I should just do that first.
What is that?
I could, if I took from the top of the deck, I could roll what I don't want to roll.
Oh, yeah.
But I could do it. This is a 30-point card. Or I could play it for its action.
Well, that's the thing.
And maybe draw another 30-point card. Probably not. Oh my gosh. Oh, did
Hey,
I?
Canuck.
Hello. Hello. Alright, might as well take chances, right?
I mean, that's the way you play, right?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know you?
Do I know me? Yeah, sure. Alright.
Taking the CEO. If you may regress one of the fleet track. If you do, gain 2 helium.
I mean, it's pretty good.
That seems good.
Unless I roll an institute right now, in which case, because I'm going to draw this.
You're going to draw that for what?
As my action.
As your action. And then you gain a helium.
Gain a helium.
Yet another helium.
Wow, and now I have this card. Oh, no. Give me that card that you're holding on to so tightly.
The one that I'm going to play right now?
Oh, no. Are you?
No, of course.
Probably.
Which of these do I want is the question.
That's a good question.
He's worth 30 for me.
Yeah, I mean, 30. I discarded it.
He's worth 30 to me.
It's probably a mistake. Oh, okay.
I am... You know what? That's worth 35. It is true. However...
-1, so it's like 30 points.
Yes. However, taking Luna gives me that and a fleet push.
Right.
And you have triggered the end, correct?
No.
No, you have not triggered the end.
No.
Oh, so it's still on.
It's still on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I'm not going to give up any cards. No.
Okay. I didn't want to end it because I didn't know what card I was going to draw.
Oh, well, no, I see
And
that.
I don't like all of it being left to chance.
All of my cards are worth more than anything that's out there.
Exactly. And that means they're all worth like 30 points and stuff. So
You don't know.
that means you're probably going to win because the amount of my tokens is not worth that much.
You don't know.
Oh, I know things. Oh, I know.
Oh, you know.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know you know.
Oh, I know. She tricked you.
She tricked you. She did trick me.
No.
I think I may just have to place. I'm going to scout.
Scout.
Look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Place one of them face down at the top of each location. These cards are considered colorless while they're face down. So they're face down. If there is at least one location with no cards, or where the top card is face down. Well, that seems good. I should probably put it on one of those locations then.
You don't get to activate the card, but yeah.
No, and that's the victory point condition.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. I think there's no way you take that. So I'm going to take that and move forward one.
No.
I think that delay might not have been good for you.
Well, yeah, maybe not. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
That I can't help you with.
I don't have cards that are good. I've been looking for a blue for like 1,000 years. You keep killing them all, so...
On purpose.
I could take the counselor, that would end it, and I would get a blue.
And you would get a blue?
Well, No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't get
because you get the counselor.
I wouldn't get to play the counselor.
You wouldn't get to play the counselor. That counselor is on a location that'll end it for you.
Yeah.
Unless you have a way to move it.
Okay, so let's do this. Unfortunately, I have to do this.
What you did.
Move
Mateo.
any other card from this location to the top of another location. If it's a pink, it won't be, so it doesn't matter. But I will move this over here, and then I will take it.
What is it?
It's the musician.
32 if the core value is even.
Yeah.
Well, you might have done it.
So I get this back. Thanks.
For now.
Whatever. Whatever.
I'm just waiting for you to end it.
I can't end it. That's the problem. My cards are not great.
Mine are...
Yours are much, much better.
Much better.
That's the problem. There's just not enough points in my cards. And you're getting extra cards.
Yeah, something like that.
It's so bad. You probably see a lot more cards with, like, more players. Wow.
If you have the sovereign token, gain the bottom card on Luna. If it's not this card. Blah. Banish Octavia unless that card is a gold. Minus 30 if you don't have the sovereign token or Lysander.
No! Stop it, Michael. Bad.
I'm going to end it with the fleet track in a second.
Yeah, I need to end it. I don't think I have a choice. That is terrible.
Yeah, that's too much of a risk if you go last.
I have to scout. You have Quicksilver. That's sad.
I do.
I'm pretty sure you do. Oh, sure. Now I get a blue. Are you kidding me? Not good for me, though.
That's fantastic for me.
All right, it's ended. So you get one more turn.
So that's 5 and 20? That's horrible.
It's not great if you were focused on going up there the whole time.
But, I mean, it's better than what I've got. That said, I do have the sovereign token. So I can get 30 really easily.
That is an easy 30 points. If you know nothing about the books, is this game still enjoyable? I know nothing about the books.
I know nothing about the books.
So, yes. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up,
is
yes.
Still enjoyable.
This is 30, this is 30, this is
25.
25, and this is 15. I will reveal to you.
I mean, obviously, taking this one is great because you can also advance on the fleet track, which is another... 6 points on top of 30.
Either of these is fleet track.
Sure. Oh, perfect.
This is 25, but knowing what I know, it's also 30. And will give me another one of these, which will enable me to have... These are worth 2 each then. Yeah. So it's 6 instead of 2. It's a 4-point swing. This is a 6-point swing.
Right.
So that's obviously better. I'm definitely getting rid of Quicksilver.
I want him.
No, I'm going to steal a helium from you. So,
no.
That's a stolen helium.
That was really rude.
Oh, yes, it was. I agree.
That was just so rude. Michael's rude.
Do I have anything that Octavia will get mad at me for? I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, this and this is the same. Mm-hmm. This. Yeah, it's just not as much.
I want that one.
And I do have the sovereign token, so I might as well take it. And that's it.
Okay.
I think you let it go a little too long.
Well, yeah, I was trying to find a blue card. I lost by a lot. A lot.
Oh my goodness.
I just crushed my soul.
All right, so I got the sovereign token.
There was no way you weren't going to get the sovereign token.
Well, I was going to make it so I was going to get it one way or the other.
I mean, you always get the last turn unless you're Apollo.
Right.
So whoever's going last.
But that Quicksilver, I had to hold it to the end.
Yeah, I wanted
So here's the thing. Steph was Apollo hoarding helium on her game. And Apollo always gets the last turn. So no matter what happened, I couldn't get rid of that. I had to just take him for 10.
That's so bad.
It's so bad. So yeah. We need end of game triggers. I don't think I have any. I do not.
I have 2 oranges that will be named cards.
Yeah, but that's just named cards.
We'll go with other things.
Cards. Now this is the thing. Cards VP plus abilities. The spot is nowhere large enough to place all that. Let's go ahead and get everything else before the cards.
Okay.
That's clearly 21-0.
I'm doomed.
This is 3 each. That's 27 for me and $1 billion for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 12. That's not as much as I thought you had.
No, because you stole at the end.
I stole 1 at the end. Yes, you are correct. That is worth 4, 2, and 1. So I lost out a little bit for the 1. I have
4 each.
Yes.
That's slightly better than I thought.
Yeah, 28 points. And I have 2. Because I didn't get up to him.
Not good enough.
Now, if I were going against a yellow player, certainly I would have did that. I have 7 cards. You have 5.
Yep.
Wow, that's
good.
not a good amount of cards for you.
No, I know.
Right.
I couldn't find one card that
you
got
do
me
yours first,
another card.
Yours or mine?
You can do it. You're gonna kick my butt.
All right. 10 plus 5 for each helium, max 25, clearly 35 points.
Yep. Me.
10 plus 3 for each of my cards. That's 10 and 21 for 31. So I'm up to 66. What do we have here? 30 if I have 15 plus 15 if I have the least or tied for least influence in the institute. That's easy 30 for me, up to 96. 19 plus 16 if I'm the most advanced on the fleet tracker, tied for the most. Minus 9 if an opponent is more advanced, so that's an easy 35.
So
96, 101 becomes 131. Obviously Octavia's 30. That's easy. 161. 16, but 14 extra if it's with a silver, that's 191. And last but not least, Ash Lord, 25 plus 5 per blue, plus 5 for each banished blue.
Oh my god.
25, 30 because of that. 35, 40, 45. 45 for that one card. 45 puts me at
5,230,000.
I don't think that's it. 236.
Mistakes. That's right. Mistakes.
All right. So you got Jaffa over here.
He's
you
worth
can't even see
10.
him on the screen here. Jaffa's worth 10. Does he have Altram?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh yeah, there's Altram. I see him.
So it's 20 points.
Is he with Nero?
No.
He's not with Nero? All right, 20 points. I thought maybe Nero might be hiding over here.
No.
Oh, look, he's worth 12 plus 18 if he's with Obsidian. That's 30. He's worth more than his buddy. At the 50. Scyther.
14 points.
You may gain... Oh, no. He's not with a blue?
No. He's not with the blue.
You're like grumble, 64.
But with him...
if with Servo... his name is Servo, I see that.
Yep.
It is today.
It is today.
35 and 64 is 99. 99. Ooh.
Not good enough.
And then what's that?
Musician.
10, 14, 18, 20, and 12. Look at that.
40 points.
That's a combo-tastic 139.
Oh, really bad.
All right.
Oh, Maz.
Oh, on Maz. We're on Maz. So we got here 139,
You had exactly 100 points more than me with that, with your hand of cards. So,
no.
Yeah, that's...
No, I had 97 more points. You got to get this right.
100 points.
139, 169, 175, 195. You did not get anything going for your combos.
Oh my god, I so want cards like green. I want to just get all the green cards. How about that? They're the most fun. Because in the first game I played, I had a card that was like, draw the top of the deck and get the points equal to the value of the...
That was like ridiculous.
I got 35 points for that.
You
but
got
look at this
35
guy.
points.
This is the gambler.
This is you.
The gambler is so good.
Which one? The end of game or the
End of
deploy?
game, yeah.
Name one non-gold color. Reveal 7 cards from the top of the deck and gain all the cards of that color. You could end up dying with that, though.
Yeah, but it'd be great.
Oh, no. Shuffle and return the other cards to the top of the deck. Wow.
I would do it.
Oh, you would totally do it. All right, your ending score is 203. Let me see.
So bad.
Let me start off with
203? That's it?
I can't help it. I mean,
Oh my god, that was so bad.
So I'm starting off with 236.
Oh, there's Darrow. He gets you more cards.
Yeah. When I saw blue starting to collect here, I was like, boom, get rid of them. Boom, get rid of them. When you played this guy. No, where was he? You played, oh, there he is, the counselor. You should have taken 3 of those blues.
I didn't realize.
You didn't know.
I didn't realize. Obviously I would have.
I mean, clearly I would have started taking them at that point.
Obviously.
And then I would have killed him again. No, actually.
What?
What? 40
bonus points if with Mustang and Darrow.
Yeah, but you have to have Mustang.
That's a 65 point card.
I think I had him.
That's a 60 if you have them both.
Oh,
but
I know.
You can get orange cards that can be any specific character. That helps.
257. 267,
Oh,
287, 294. I tied my score exactly.
296.
I think that's it. I'm going to double check. 20, 40, 50.
Still destroyed me.
60. Yep, 296.
Green is the best.
I personal tied my best.
Yeah.
Green, I don't think is the best necessarily because
think
there are too many cards in there that say, "Oh, hey, you get 16 points minus 14 if you don't have these particular people in your hand." And oh, by the way,
purple's interesting.
minus 10 because now you've got them in your hand.
Purple's interesting because it always has a low value at the base, but it gets you a lot of points if you meet the requirements at the bottom.
Yes.
So I think that's like high variance where you're trying to do that one thing. I like the purple. But yeah, it's interesting for sure.
All right, back to the front end. Steph got worse and Michael stayed the same.
Oh my
well,
God.
sometimes you gamble and win, sometimes you gamble and lose.
So that's what happened. I mean, I could have ended it 3 turns earlier.
You could have, but would it have made much of a difference? I advanced a little on the fleet track. It wouldn't have made that much difference because I had those cards already. Those cards were banked.
You just yeah. I don't know.
All of my cards were worth 30 by the end. All of them.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
I needed something to get me more cards. Having more cards is always good.
I think you sat on your cards.
Well, there's no. I didn't have any cards that got me interesting things.
I think you should have drew from the top of the deck and took random.
I know.
And you did that once.
I did that. No, I did it twice because I got I got a ruby and I got the X. X is terrible.
X is terrible. The plus, the eyeball is really good if I'm trying to get rid of Quicksilver and you have Apollo. That's what I should have gone for, is tried that 1 in 6 chance to knock Quicksilver out of your hand. You know what I'm saying? Put Quicksilver down and knock it out.
You were collecting them, so I wasn't sure if I was going to have the most.
Well, I was wanting to pressure you on it, which is why when these silver cards came out saying, hey, you know, if you got 5 heliums, that's plus 18. I started out with these 2. And you're sitting there with that helium power, and I'm like, I don't know at this point.
Well,
you know?
I had the Howlers.
But you gave him up. You gave up Quicksilver.
No, I know.
You shouldn't have given him up.
You had, at that point, you had 4 more than me.
But all you had to do was spam Luna.
I know, but...
Yeah.
So, I had the Howlers. When an opponent tries to steal or banish your cards, I'm like, how often does that happen? There must be like...
Sometimes it happens. That's why I kept the Judge in my hand for so long, is because I was waiting for you to... Not only was she finally worth 31 points, but if you tried to banish my cards, no, I would not let it. I don't know. Stealing doesn't happen often. It must happen with some other cards we haven't seen.
We haven't seen it. I haven't seen a card that steals.
So
there's probably like 1 or 2.
This first thing that I say sounds like a criticism, but isn't. I'm going to preface that by saying this. This doesn't bring anything groundbreakingly new. It's advancing up tracks, it's set collection, and it's got, you know, location activation. What this has is super well balanced interactions where each color, like you said, does its own thing, with the green being so much gambling related, the silver being helium related, the whites being defenders, the oranges being shapeshifters because they're any named character at that point.
I'm thinking that these are factions in the story.
They are. They are.
And that it pretty much follows in line with the thematic aspect of Red Rising. Though I don't know because I haven't read it. But
I'm fairly sure you're right.
So, yeah.
The red cards, which we haven't seen a lot of.
Not really.
That stole your helium.
So it might
Mars,
cards.
war. Mars is the god of war. And so they're following the god of war. Am I right? So I think that's where that comes from. It even says what they are. White is arbitrators. Golds are elites. And so that's why they want to be with certain cards, because that's in their faction. So not only does it make for some interesting mechanics, it probably adds thematically. It's like Warehouse. If you haven't watched the show, you still can find a good game in it. You don't have to watch a show for it to be a fun game. Same thing with Red Rising. I don't know a thing about Red Rising. This actually makes me want to go in and check out the books. That's what happened with Battlestar. I refused to watch the reimagined series. Then I played a game of Battlestar. It is now my favorite game. And not only that, it caused me to watch the series not once, but twice. Once by myself, once with my son. So games can be that good and can drive people toward. I think IP holders need to be more aware of that. Is that good games will drive people towards your IP as long as they're done well, like Red Rising. Yeah. Great job, Jamie.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
I like this card. I hadn't seen that one. I was trying to look at red cards to see like
gain 2 helium. Oh, but look, 40. If with only cards having core of 10 or less. Put those with purples.
Purples or other things that's like this Judge. It's Guardian
or these gambling greens.
Yes.
That's a 9.
See, I think I would like that card.
Yeah.
It's like a different strategy, right? Because you're like, oh, that's an easy one. It
Purples,
has a core of 20 points. Okay, that's cool.
So the gold ones always have high points.
Yes.
But if you don't have them with their allies,
right,
they're not effective, and so your victory points go down.
There's a gold card that's like worth 35 points, or with minus 20 if with another gold or something like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But you know what? I bet thematically that totally makes sense
with that one character.
So
I mean, it's definitely really interesting.
I mean, if I don't know whether Jamie or Alex or both are fans of the series, but I am quite sure that whatever these interactions are, they totally make sense. I can already see it.
Vlogger.
So, is that Vlogger, the Violet card, Violet Artist? Yeah, if you're the furthest on the fleet track, boom, it's not 7, it's 30. So, why, like I say, the thing I said was not negative about the game at all. Matter of fact, I think it's sort of a compliment, is that even though it doesn't do anything brand new with how it handles things, it's easy enough so that you won't be left trying to figure out, okay, a year from now, how do I play this thing? No, it flows really well. As long as you know you can lead or scout, that's all there is. It's 2 actions, lead and scout. And you won't scout till you're set with your cards. So, great set collection. I know you love set collection. I know you love drafting. And this is sort of like a draft board where you're re-putting things into the draft pile. Do I let someone else have this, or do I bet it would be even better with 3 players.
I think it will be pretty good with 3 players. Because this board's going to change more.
Yeah.
Between your turns.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
you're like,
they put the pressure on for the different areas.
So like I think what would be really good is, let's say that I know you're going after the helium. I could put Quicksilver down and James can cover him up or take him. And I'd be fine with either of those options as long as Quicksilver is not available.
Yeah. Or
in a 4-player game, maybe someone's gonna take something off the top and roll this die. Right. On a scout.
Right.
Yeah, get rid of Quicksilver so you can't get him.
I like it because you can only score the cards in your hand at the end. And while every card could be really valuable with the right other cards. So I think it's interesting.
It is definitely a keeper for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah. So. No, definitely. I mean, I think it, as you start to learn the cards a little bit, now I'm pretty good. I got Nanny in my brain just because we use it so much, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm starting to learn the cards a little bit better and knowing what to look for, so,
Are you trying to use the word nanny in every one of our videos today?
Yeah.
Because you did it in just Wordsmith and using the Red Rising. And
hey.
Because Nanny was there.
Oh, well, yeah. Starting of the game, and then we kept moving her from one location to the other. She gets around.
I was babysitting Nanny.
Yeah. It's definitely worth checking out.
But yeah, and since we played this in May, this might be in the top 10 of the month.
I've only learned 3 games this month, so.
Well, it's because you've been gone.
At this point, it's definitely in the
Well, here's the catch. We got to play Sleeping Gods this month.
Hopefully soon. Maybe Sunday we'll do that.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, well, let's...
We'll be right back?
We'll be right back.
Good job, Stonemeyer.
Yeah.